So in this video, today we will be covering about the market structure and the sectors that I am preferring that are holding the market in my opinion. And today I also brief you, not brief so I also show you the application of our structure. I also show you the price volume analysis and how I do it, how I do weekly different analysis, how I check markets. How I do. So usually you will see that my charts kind of look something like this, but today I will be using this particular template. So you'll see that I have a price volume chart, I have a RS chart, and I have a RSI chart. Since I haven't completed the series, I haven't completed the series of RSI, so I won't be taking the RSI into consideration for the application of market structure. Let me just cast this. So what all things do we have? Let me, let me just set up my template first, please. As of now, my setup is done. So let me just start off by analyzing Nifty first. Nifty to analyze the market structure and why I use Nifty is because for India, Nifty 50 is a good way. Nifty 50 and Nifty 500 are good way to track the overall market of Indian stock exchange. Nifty didn't have a great week, but I won't say Nifty had a bad week too. Nifty was like okay. So as I said before, Nifty is moving in this zone, in this particular zone of where something about 15,300 and 13,000, 13,700 regions. And Nifty hasn't entered this particular region as such because this particular budget candle is and the 50% of the let me So as I was saying, this first Feb budget candle 50% is holding even the high, even the sorry, even the high and the close of the this candle is holding is proving as a great support zone for us. You can even see that the momentum as such buyers are not yet exhausted fully. Still sellers are in position, but we can see that buyers haven't exhausted fully and buyers even didn't even reach this particular 50% region of this entire candle. So we can see that buyers are still holding the market. At the overall market is, in my opinion, defensive based structure. The market is moving in a defensive manner. Please just do your homework. Please just learn about the high beta sectors and defensive sectors. The other name for defensive sector is low beta sector. Just know about these and you will certainly know how to track sector. You will certainly know how to do sectoral rotation and sectoral analysis. So in my opinion, overall the market is right now overall the market is moving right now in a defensive mode, and you'll also see that the high beta sectors like metals, commodities, energy, and that aren't that doing good. The overall market is still being held up by the market by market which I by market I mean Nifty 50 and Nifty 500. Overall market is still being held up by um, sectors like pharma, IT. Yet Nifty Metal is not a defensive sector, but still it's in my radar because it's still a strong outperforming sector in my opinion, and not in my opinion, as I have seen the RS structure of the Nifty Metal. Nifty Metal, yet being a high beta sector, it is holding the market very well. Other sectors like other defensive sectors like IT, pharma, FMCG are holding the markets very well. And in my opinion, the sectors which are right now in my preferred list are FMCG, IT, metal, and pharma. Pharma has just entered my list from like past two, 5 days only. So as I have shown you that this was the structure, this was the whole structure. This gap, particular gap support is also holding good. This whole candle, this whole first Feb budget candle is also holding good. Buyers still haven't exhausted, but you will see that yet the volumes haven't picked up the relative volumes of this particular candles, this particular two candles. Let me show you. The volumes of these candles and these candles aren't that relatively higher, or even just they are above. The volumes of these candles are although above the average of the 100 period average, but still it isn't relatively good. You can even see that yet we can see that there are some signs of tail inside this candle. Even in this particular red candle, the relative volumes are very high, and there is a good amount of tail inside this particular candle. Look at this. Huh. The relative volumes aren't that high still compared to the previous volume bar. This particular volume bar is relatively high, and yet we can see some sign of tails inside this candle. Okay. So in daily chart, you can see that the you can see some good amount of tails inside the candle, uh, while the Nifty is moving towards the support, and or the Nifty is moving near to budget candle positions. Let me show you. Hourly chart is also a good way to look at the overall. Hourly chart is, in my opinion, hourly chart is good way to track the structures. Okay. So these particular red line you can see are nothing but POC. To learn about POC, to learn about point of control, just go through my previous video of volume profile. Although I haven't covered this particular topic as such, I will try my best to briefly sum up or briefly teach you guys about this particular topic of volume cluster of POC cluster in this video, but I won't be teaching you the theory of it because this particular topic is being taught by none other than Trade with Trend sir, Ronak sir, and I won't cut him because I really like his content, and I actually do like the way he teaches. And I am whatever I am right now in markets, whatever I have, whatever knowledge I do have right now is all because of him, thanks to him. So I'll suggest you just go if you want, if you want to learn about all of this. If there is no promotion, there's no even you won't believe me, sir. Don't even know me. Sir doesn't know who the hell this Dhruvan person is. I am in no way being paid for saying these things. So guys, believe me, I just have a small YouTube channel which I'll be uh, doing it for my part time only. I'm not only not even for part time, for like hobby or like just casually doing. I'll just be casually uploading video. That's the thing. I'm just not certain that I'll make it a full time job for me. So, okay, so know this. This is not a promotion. This is not a paid promotion. I genuinely like his content. I genuinely like the way he teaches. And from start, from beginning, where I started from beginning, the price action, volumes, everything, risk management. Even I at some point learned about Elliott wave from that guy. Everything. Even RS, even the RS subject, which I believe that which I really excel at, which is my forte in my opinion. I have learned from him. Even to know about Stan Weinstein, I've got to know about Stan Weinstein from Trade with Cancer. Okay. And even to know about RS, I got to know about. So I'll just cover this briefly. I'll just cover the anchor VWAP. I'll just cover the uh, POC cluster. So in this, you can see that uh, this was a good POC cluster region, and this is also a good big POC cluster region right now, in where the weekly CPR also are moving in tandem. So you can see that weekly CPR like, okay. So in previous weekly CPR, weekly CPR acted as a good resistance, although the CPR wasn't budging as it was tested and even got broke because of the good amount of volumes, but good amount of buyers. But you can see that the buying was not that relatively happening with good amount of volumes if we relatively compare the volumes to these red candles to these buying selling volumes. In these two, currently the week has been ended, so we can see that the this particular CPR is has stayed virgin and it has not been tested or not been breached. Although it can, in my opinion, next week we can see that it can be tested or even breached. And I don't know this particular CPR. So in anchor VWAPs also, you can see that there are total of 4 to 5, I guess 4 anchor VWAPs I have placed in this swing high position. Okay, I'll just turn off moving averages. So now the chart is much more clearer, guys. Okay, we can see that I have taken this swing high position for anchor VWAP. I should be deleting this because this particular swing high has I have taken this particular swing high uh, for anchor VWAP and also this particular. So you can see that the this particular anchor VWAP of this swing high has been reached and is trying to be tested, and still yet we can see that only one anchor VWAP in this structure. Also we can see that Nifty broke the anchor VWAP. Still anchor VWAP acted, or not anchor VWAP, or the overall market was much more much more giving a weightage in those days towards sellers. That's why you can see that there was a good amount of gap down happening in this region, and there you can also see that there is a good volumes behind this selling. Just look at this particular candle and wide range candle, and more than high, more than average. Even like there is a good amount of selling volumes. So selling was happening here. Okay. And also the volumes can be exhaustion volumes. Just also learn about exhaustion volumes. Do a homework about exhaustion volumes. So this is the structure. Market is moving between these zones. I tried to theorize this zone using my projection and depth analysis. To learn about projection and depth analysis, how I used it, just go to my just learn about it in my previous video of change in ARS date. Okay, how I used it. So, then too, I'll try my best to briefly sum up the reason why I placed my ARS date as current ARS date as 3rd of Feb. Let it go first. So you can see that market was moving in a good higher high, higher low position. Okay. Market was moving in a good higher high, higher low position. And as the way we set ARS date are through phases. Markets move in phases, and for to consider phases, we take Nifty 50 into consideration. Okay. Uh, so the phases of markets are down, can be downtrend, can be uptrend, and can be even major swing high, major surprising swing high signals. Okay. Uh, to be honest, and also as Parik sir has taught us uh, that uh, for the markets to be confirmed that that particular phase has occurred, market should be completing like 60 to 65 sessions, or market should be within that particular phase of uptrend or downtrend should have completed 3 months, or minimum of 3 months, or 65 sessions, 65 candle sessions. So I was just being impatient in this particular phase. I am just being overconfident in this particular phase. That's why I have just rushed away. I've just rushed in and used my ARS date. I can be wrong. Yes, I can be clearly wrong. So know this. I can be. And I will be glad that I am wrong, because I I I will get to learn many things through this experience, through my faults and wrongdoings. Okay. So 3rd Feb, why 3rd Feb is my ARS date? I'll explain you. I did explain in my previous video in explanatory manner, but I'll just briefly cover this up in this video as such. You can see that in 3rd Feb, this was the budget week. This was the previous week of this candle. First Feb was, I guess, Monday. I don't know. I don't recall what day was that. Like, this whole week was really not good. Market and the whole globe. Actually, I do remember that the whole global market was, this was a global market phase, that global market were not doing really good in this phase. And in budget week, budget day, buyers gave a good slap to sellers, I should say. So this particular swing high, the budget week selling volume, this budget peak death retracement was broken by this particular candle, 3rd Feb. Okay. After this, market started moving its regular trend of higher high, higher low. But what happened after this 3rd Feb, that market started moving inside this zone. Like in, I started observing this from 12th Feb to March 4th, or March 4th around. I have started observing that market is having a lower amount of projections in every consecutive trends, and higher amounts of depths. Okay? Depths in every consecutive counter trends. Okay? So in counter trends, that then I just I can say I just forecasted that markets have the buyers have exhausted, just exhausted. I won't say that sellers have got strong. Still, if sellers would have got strong, they would have taken the price. They would have just crashed the price. That's not the thing we can see here. But yes, in some other example, I also saw that market was making a distribution phase. The distribution points were also actually logical, but still, my personal opinion is that market will be moving in this particular zone. And since I guess like 43 session, let me just check from 3rd of Feb to the current date. It has been 48 sessions since my ARS date has formed a new phase. The phases of consolidation or a directionless move. Okay. So the markets are moving inside this zone, in short. Okay. So this was Nifty, guys. Let me show you Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty is actually in a very horrible stage right now. As we can see that Nifty as Nifty is Nifty is being supported by defensive sectors. So it's clearly evident that Bank Nifty isn't doing that good. This whole sectoral rotation is now towards defensive sectors. That's actually not a good news in my opinion. That's a Where's Bank wants. So Bank Nifty is also loading on. Let me just briefly show you what Bank Nifty is doing. Bank Nifty is doing a clear short term one. Bank Nifty is doing a clear lower high, lower low position. Although a short term one, because this is a retracement, this is a counter trend phase. Uh, this point hasn't been broken yet. Although you can see that the first Feb budget candle has been broken, the support has been broken. Okay, yet the region is still withstanding, and this particular support region is also holding good. Okay. But although we can't ignore the fact that Bank Nifty is really in a horrible stage right now, in a lower high, sorry, lower low, lower high trend. Let us check up the CPR, Anchor Wave and POC cluster also. So the POC cluster in this also in the Bank Nifty, we can see that the POC cluster also is a stepping one. POC cluster is also in a downstepping one. And guys, for some of you also question me where to find the POC cluster. Okay, where to find the POC cluster? I'll show you. This is the particular indicator you need to use to. This is the particular indicator you need to use to take the POC. Go and you'll for every session you will be seeing a volume profile. Just go into setting and turn off the okay, turn off the volume profile. I'll just show you how I did it. So I just select the setting of this particular POC. Let me go through the setting. I'll just turn on the volume profile. See how the volume profile can be seen here. I just turn off the volume profile. So we can see that. So as we can see, guys, so the POC cluster is moving in a downstepping region. Even the weekly CPRs are moving in a downstepping region. They are not moving in random manners and not moving inside the zone as such too. Uh, Weekly CPRs are also acting as good resistance. In previous week too, we can see that uh, the CPR was virgin and wasn't tested. Was trying to be tested, but no, the CPR held the strength back. The resistance held the strength back and wasn't reached to. Yeah. The anchor VWAP. Let me show you the legs of the anchor VWAP. Which legs did I use for the? Which swing legs did I use for these? This particular date, I guess 16th of Feb. This particular swing high I used. This is one anchor VWAP. This is second anchor VWAP. I always know this. In higher high, higher low, the anchor VWAP should be uh, placed in the counter trending position. Uh, that is the sorry. That is how when the market is moving in a higher high, higher low trending structure, the anchor VWAP should be placed in the higher low section. In the higher low, that means the swing lows. And when the market is moving in this like this stage, the which is lower high lower low structure, the anchor VWAP leg should be placed in the lower high, means that means swing high points. Okay? I really get confused in those terms. You'll see often that I do get confused in those terms. Okay? So we can clearly see that the POC cluster regions are downward stepping. The anchor VWAP are also acting as a good resistance. Although we can see that the anchor VWAP was breached in this position, I also took the anchor VWAP of this swing, but this was the fresh anchor VWAP, so it was tested very quickly, and yet the resistance was very high inside this particular anchor VWAP, and not the anchor VWAP as such. I have also heard that anchor VWAP is being used by institutional players, and I don't know how much it is true, but I have heard that. Okay. I don't know. It can be true or it can be a rumor too. I seriously don't know. Okay. but I have seen that volume Anchor VWAP or VWAP in particular to work great for intraday trading or to locate short term, to locate such structures. And Anchor VWAP, in my opinion, Anchor VWAP in particular works very great for me. Yeah. Okay. This swing high of 1st April, Anchor VWAP was being tested in this region. Purple Anchor VWAP was being tested. So market is moving in the zones between 36,500 and 30,500 approx regions. Let's see what happens next. So this is the current market structure uh, as I see according to my understanding. Let me show you which sectors are doing great. So as I have explained you, the ARS. Let me first take a short water break first. My throat is literally fully dried up. So let me show you how I look at the charts and how I select the sectors, preferred list of sectors which are doing great in my opinion. I do use RRG charts as well, but I don't have the subscription of RRG. RRG charts are really costly. I do have RRG, but RRG are very costly. So I have some other source, and I won't be revealing about it. But I do actively use RRG. Okay. RRG is also a great tool to analyze the sectoral rotation, and but still, in my opinion, you guys don't need to spend big amounts for those fancy things. Those are really fancy things. RRG is a very much lagging indicator. Believe me, RRG is very much lagging. That whole charting system is very much lagging. Believe me, this technical analysis chart uh, pack are sufficient. Guys, are sufficient. Okay. So I've already placed the setting for the SRS and the ARS. I'll just show you how. Show you. I have already placed the setting for the SRS. As you can see, third Feb is fine. ARS and the SRS is as usual always 150 days. Okay. Uh, so as we can see in Bank Nifty 2, the Bank Nifty in ARS has started underperforming. Let me also first cancel this out to make a new template. Let me add up the usually in my charts, in my official charts I should say, usually you will see that the third indicator is RSI. But right now I won't be using the RSI because I won't be bringing the structures according to RSI as well because I haven't completed the RSI series. Okay, so that's a mistake. Data comparative British companies. Comparative and I also want moving average. So as I have learned from sir that and in moving average too, guys always know this that if the market is above 50 DMF, 50 DMM moving up, 50 moving average, it is really good. Okay. I'll briefly go through. I'll briefly go through every sector in this watch list to show you how I do the sectoral analysis. So my one of the preferred list is uh, one of my preferred list is also Nifty Pharma. Nifty Pharma, as we can see that the this particular trend line of lower low has been broken, and Nifty Pharma is trying to continue its long-term trend of high low, and as such being a defensive sector, Nifty Pharma also was very bullish last year uh, due to COVID-19 crisis and the high betas. I won't say high betas one doing good. Market was overall in a bullish phase. So right now we can see that the ARS has also started outperforming. And let me show you the my side how I do the. So this particular stage structure has been uh, broken, and the RS of the, that is the ratio chart, the CRS is moving in a higher high, higher low phase. Let me take some like 1 or 2 minutes of your time to show you how stage structure happens in price action. Okay. So these are the fancy names. This were the names. This was what uh, Rich Wyckoff's observed, and even I learned this particular beautiful thing from Stan Winston's book. So, in short, I named this structure as this one. The accumulation I don't name it. I have got the name from Stan Winston's book. Uh, Name of accumulation is stage one. Trend up is stage two. Distribution is stage three, and the trend down is stage four. This particular image hasn't shown the trend down, but just do know this is the reaccumulation stage. Okay. Let me show you. Markets move. Usually, markets you will see that markets will move in such phases. Markets will move in like stage one to stage two to stage three. Usually, the breakout happens in this region. So the market will move from stage three to stage two, and this particular image is of reaccumulation. So the market broke down stage three to stage four to stage one to stage two, and again to now stage three. Now we can see it need not be a bearish thing. Usually, out of 10 times, you will see that 7 to 8 times the market is market is moving in stage 3, and in it is again breaking towards stage 2 direction. So, stage 2 is nothing but trend up direction. Market will move something like this. It's accumulating here, trending up, it's accumulating here, trending up. So stage 3 to stage 2, stage 3 to stage 2. It will be moving something like this. Usually, I've seen that. You will even see that structures like VCP, volatility contraction patterns, are happening. You can also learn about volatility contraction patterns and other great things by Mark Minivini sir's book of, I guess the book's name is Trade Like a Stock Market Wizard. So in that too, you will learn about this stage structure: stage one, stage two, stage three, stage four. Okay. So you in that you will also see that the market is moving from stage three to stage two, stage three to stage two, and you will see that the VCP patterns. VCP pattern, just do it for homework. I won't be covering a whole. I won't be uh, making a whole video for one pattern. Okay. But usually I've seen that the markets move in such. Okay. So as Nifty Pharma, in my opinion, is very bullish because the ratio chart is also up. That means it is outperforming the Nifty right now, and it has started outperforming. The ARS also has started outperforming, and the SRS is also near the zero regions. It's kind of accumulating. You can see that, and it is moving in tandem with the ARS2. So I guess in near future we can see that the SRS of the Nifty Pharma can also probably Okay, let me just ignore this particular thing. I do hate this whole sector, and I hate this. Nifty IT. Nifty IT is my second preferred sector. So we can see that, guys, VCB kind of VCB pattern was occurring. Volatility was contracting, and yet the wait, let me show you. Yeah. So guys, the breakout happened with not that good amount of candle range, okay? And the breakdown happened, not breakdown, I should say, the retracement happened with a good amount of candle range, wide candle range. Breakout happened with uh, very less. I guess this was a early breakout. The Nifty IT didn't deserve it, in my opinion. Nifty IT should have moved something like this and should have broke this resistance with wide range candles, but it took a early breakout, and Nifty IT just broke these particular stage region, and it didn't had any relatively relatively wide range candle compared to this one, but still we can see that in these two candles too, there are a good amount of tails visible in this candle. That means some buyers are holding the Nifty IT. And Nifty IT, in my opinion, is a very good sector from a long-term perspective too. And as a defensive sector, it's actually best. In CRS2, we can see that the Nifty IT has took support from the 20 MA region of Nifty. In SRS, the SRS has started underperforming, and it has broke down, but it's still trying to be as near as possible to the zero regions. And I don't know, in near future we can see that it has in near future we can see that it can break the zero line. ARS is still keeping its outperformance. So Nifty IT is in my preferred list. Now let me just quickly cover all the sectors. So Nifty Auto, we can see that Nifty Auto is not in my preferred sector. Nifty Auto, we can see that I have made this particular triangle sort of region, and the triangle was also broke from the lower side, and the uh, the short-term lower low position is intact. So not in my preferred list. It's although the SRS is near the zero region, still it's underperforming, and ARS is also underperforming, and the ratio chart is also downward facing. So no, not in my preferred list. Right now, not in my preferred list, although Nifty Auto from a long-term perspective, yeah, because after 2018, we had seen that the Nifty Auto and that when that really doing good, and from 2019, the pace was slowly started picking up, and from a long-time perspective, Nifty Auto is surely in my good books, guys. Nifty Auto, Nifty IT, even Nifty Pharma, guys. These things are really in my good books to get. Nifty commodities like 250, some of the Nifty commodities too. Nifty commodities is also doing a good, is maintaining this particular trend line region, and in particularly in high low region, still outperforming Nifty consumption. Nifty consumption, I guess you will see that this particular trend line region was broken, but still it's trying to be as near as possible to the trend line region. we can even say that the trend line region can fail, or even I can restructure the trend line region something like this, because we also have seen that the uh, this particular has a good major pivot point. Okay, so yet we can and Nifty consumption too. Consumption is moving in a something sort of a directionless place because it hasn't broke this particular region too yet. The due to this two swing highs, it is kind of in a lower high position, yet not one lower low can be seen here, the other lower low, not that particularly bearish and yet not bullish too. Okay, the SRS, ARS are clearly underperforming, yet trying to uh, get near zero line and trying to outperform. And the ratio chart is something in like directionless, or we can say something sort of upward facing. Okay. Nifty metal as such is a very good structure. Let me Nifty metal is as such a very good structure because this particular trend line has been break, this particular stage region has been break. So yes, Nifty metal is in a good structure and it has also given a good vertical takeoff in this Nifty in this particular region. And the SRS, ARS are also outperforming very well. The okay, let me show you in ratio charts too. Ratio chart I can see this particular this particular triangle was broken up and the ratio chart is in upward facing. That means it is outperforming the markets. Now, I'll try my best to cover about Nifty mid cap in some other session. Nifty public sector and Nifty FMCG. Okay, so Nifty FMCG is also broke this particular stage region, yet it is now inside this stage region as such. Let me extend the stage region now. So the Nifty auto is something like in this particular thing can be called as a SOS, sign of strength region. Nifty auto, sorry, Nifty FMCG is uh, trying to break this region, and this region can also be, if you go to something like early charts, you can see that this region can also look like something sort of BCB pattern. The ARS is outperforming. The ratio chart is in upward phasing. That means it's outperforming the markets in current phase. Okay. Yet Nifty FMCG, although in good book of mine right now, yet it is moving inside the this particular stage structure. So let's see if this particular stage structure has been broken with wide range candles. So we can say that the particular defensive sector is really good. Nifty Pharma is clearly moving in between these zones. Okay, get outperforming in SRS, ARS, but the CRS is downward phasing, lower high, lower loss, low low something sort of structure. That means in current short-term momentum, the Nifty Pharma is currently underperforming. Okay. This Nifty Service, no, let me ignore this. Nifty Finance would be something similar to Bank Nifty only. Let me still, I said no, it was something similar to Bank Nifty. So Nifty Finance is moving in a short-term low high, low low structure. Yet this particular zone has been uh, tested once here, almost tested in this point. yet this particular zone is holding very good. That means buyers are still here intact. Okay. The ARS has started underperforming. The ratio charts are clearly in a downward facing move. That means the short term momentum is still not that great. Okay. Nifty Realty. Let me just quickly pack this up, and after this, I will try my best to cover some of the charts of the stocks as well. Nifty Realty being a high beta sector is clearly in a short term low position. Let's see if this particular sector region is holding good or not. Yeah. Currently underperforming, currently moving in a downward phase, underperforming. Okay. PSU Bank can be similar to Bank Nifty. Huh. You can see it is similar to Bank Nifty. We locate the private location. Yeah, this particular private region, it is moving in a short term lower high, lower low structure. Yeah, there should be the ARS is also can be seen in a lower high, lower low position, and okay, yet although both are outperforming, the long term momentum is still outperforming. The short term momentum has started underperforming. You can even it is clearly evident in the CRS2 that the short term momentum has underperformed. Let me briefly sum about the India VIX too. India VIX and dollar index are very important things just to uh, track those two. In later topics, in later stage, I'll try my best to teach. Before before this particular coronavirus, sorry, COVID-19 crash, you can see that the average of the India VIX was sorry, the average was of the India VIX was moving between this particular zone of between like 19 to uh, 10 whereabouts region, but right now the has been increased. So right now it's moving between 26 to 15 whereabouts regions. So if this particular zone is broken upside, we can say that the panic has sorry, this wasn't the sorry guys, this wasn't the COVID-19 crash. Actually, this was the COVID-19 crash. I'm extremely sorry. Yes, sorry. I'm just very used up to the COVID-19 crash phase in other charts. This is not the, this was in this stage. Actually, the India VIX was the volatility index was actually stabilizing. The markets were recovering. Markets were going in a good bullish structure, and the structure was overall stabilizing. In this particular, there was a great panic. People were selling. There was a crash, good amount of crash, and in this we can say that the panic was there. Market was crashing. Market was having a good uh, vertical down crash momentum. So this is how I do sectoral rotation, and how I check the structure of the broader based market scale. Let me take another short water break, guys. Really speaking for this long, guys. It gets tired of me. Sorry, usually you will see that the my usually you will see that my videos are very long, and I have very less amount of viewers too, because that my overall videos are very long, like for hour on an average it is for like an hour or 50 minutes, and people do get bored. That's why and I'm really proud of that thing too, because uh, holding your breath to know, holding yourself to know about the knowledge till this point till it's like almost an hour right now. almost an hour since I am recording this particular video. So till this point, a person who is watching this video is really holding himself and is really curious to know everything about that I am trying to show you guys, according to my eyes, according to my experience. That means hats off to that guys, and I really till this point, if you guys are reaching here, I really I am really proud of you guys. I won't say I'm proud of, I love you guys. I love you. I really love you guys, because if you have reached till this point, if you are right now here in this particular moment hearing this, guys, know this: you are my true nirvana, guys. I don't care about others. I don't care about those 30, 50 views, guys. Believe me. For me, YouTube is just this, like, it's 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 nothing. It's hobby only. It's hobby type thing. If you are viewing my video till this point, that means you are really curious to have some sort of knowledge towards everything. Okay, guys. And I really don't want lakhs and lakhs and crores of viewer base in my YouTube too. That's why you will see that my templates uh, and my thumbnails are very simple. I don't keep my face in front of in front of it in every thumbnail of mine in videos, in YouTube videos. You won't see that because I really don't want to show off. I just want to genuinely give you guys something. And if you are one of those genuine viewers, guys, believe me, I'm really proud of you, because I don't care if my view is right now 30 views or 50 views. I really don't care, guys. I really don't care if my view is very small, if my subscriber base is very small. I just want genuine viewers, and I just want genuine subscribers. Baki dunya gaya til lagana. To be honest, that's our Mumbai way of living. Baki dunya gaya til lagana. That's the thing for me. Okay. I'm really proud of you guys. I'm really proud of, and okay. And anything, if anything you guys want, just comment, or even you can uh, reach to my telegram handle. It's legal chore, legal. Let me write it out. So legal chore is my username. Okay, guys, so you can reach out to me here, and you can surely clear out your any doubts. If you want, you can surely know anything if you want to know related to stock markets. And if time permits, if I get some time of my personal priorities, or my business too, I'll try my best to cover out those doubts. Okay? Or even you can you can even resort to sorry you can even resort to comment section below. Do give me a positive comment, do give me a negative comment, me give me a dislike, like anything. But if you feel that you want to say you want to give something like comment, or a like dislike, if you want to show that Dhruvin, you need to improve in this point, Dhruvin, you need, just guys, give me that feedback. It's okay. And if you want to clear out any of your doubts, just do comment on my comment box. Okay? So where was I? So I'll try my best to briefly cover up some of the I'll try my best to briefly cover up some of the stocks that I am tracking uh, these days, and how I go through these stocks are something like I use a top down approach. First, I look at the broader based markets like Nifty 500, and even sometimes you can say that Bank Nifty is also can be considered as a broader based market. Okay. So I scan, I do the thorough analysis, which I did right now in front of you guys. I do the thorough analysis of the broader base market first. If I'm sitting in, if I'm trading in uh, US, for me the broader base market would be something like S&P 500. Yeah. But right now I'm in India. So for me, the broader base market is Nifty or Nifty 500 or Bank Nifty. I'll be analyzing those first thing. That will be my first top priority. After that, inside the Nifty 500, inside the sectors, I'll just briefly analyze which sectors are the best and which can be in my preferred list. So right now, the sectors which are in my preferred list are uh, FMCG, IT, pharma, and metal. Okay. Let me now cover some stocks of IT sector. You can take the top companies of the IT sector, which has clearly got big uh, which has clearly got the big weightage in the whole sector, or you can even go resort to uh, other like right now I am analyzing Mastech. Okay. What I can see in Mastech is something sort of a stage structure in this, from stage 3, stage 1, stage 4 was something here. Stage 1 to stage 2 breakout happened with, let me okay, let me also give you a small update about the volume profile too. I have stopped using the volume profile which I was previously using uh, because I am using free version of TradingView, and at a time TradingView only allows me to uh, use three indicators. That's why I've stopped using the volume profile previously I was using. Yet that particular volume profile is still in my favorite list. I use it sometime if I want to see something. But still, if for that volume profile, the best alternative I have found is this particular one, the fixed range. It's in this particular drawing tool, fixed range volume profile. So this drawing tool is only the fixed range volume profile. Okay. 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 Let me show you uh, how to briefly. I'll show you briefly how to. So I just like I explained to you in the previous video of the volume profile, to that I have to take any swing positions, two swing positions. You can even take swing positions, two swing positions, to take volume profile into considerations, or you can take like or you can take your chart should consist of trending positions. Your chart should consist of directionless moves. At a hindsight, at first look, your chart should consist of trending moves and directionless moves to best fit for volume profile. So what I'll do, I'll just go in this particular indicator, fixed range volume profile. I'll take this swing low. I deem this swing low is fit for me to this to the current candle. Sorry, to the current candle. Okay. Okay. So if I apply the defaults, guys, apply the defaults. I'll show you. Okay. The default settings are something like this, but I have put my settings according to myself. So I've put something sort of like this. Okay. These are my settings because I want to have a viewer friendly volume. Okay. So as we can clearly see that the in Mastech, the up move is happening with relatively higher volumes. The overall counter trend movements are happening with something sort of like low volumes. Even you can see that the volumes of this particular candle is relatively lower than this candle. Okay. The breakout didn't happen with wide range candle as we did clearly see in the Nifty IT2. Okay. The breakout didn't happen with wide range candle, and it was then clearly evident that it entered this particular stage region again. The one positive thing is that the volumes of this particular candle, although the candle is wide range, let me zoom in. Although this particular candle is very wide in range, but still the volumes you will see that it is very dry. Okay. And if you compare the relative volumes to this volumes are something good. Okay. Overall, still being the wide range candle, it's so still we are in a positive region that buyers are holding basket. Infosys. Okay, sorry, I didn't cover the RS of the master. Okay, in Infosys 2, the there was a good breakout in this particular region. Okay, I actually did enter in this region, and in this pullback regions I did enter. This was a buy. This entry was my kind of a buy in dips sort of investment entry, and this particular breakout entry was my something sort of trade entry. Yeah. So after this, what happened? The breakout was clearly not with relatively wide range candles, and the volumes were supportive. Volumes were supportive with buying volumes were supportive. Yet the breakdown which happened, the counter trend move which happened was relatively very high. Clear, yet there is a clear evidence of tail inside this candles. Okay, even you can see that there is a divergence in the color of the candle. There is a candle and the volume. Sorry, there is a clear evidence of tail, although being a wide range candle and the volume are very high. Still, I am pretty much bullish on. Let me see the my gut feeling is bullish in Infosys, and I can be wrong. And if I'm wrong, my this particular SL will be broken. Okay, SL broke. So in Infosys 2, that Infosys has broke this particular 20 MA region of Nifty. It has started underperforming. SRS has started underperforming. ARS is in a downward facing move, so it can. Okay. Let's see what future holds for us. This particular P8 region proves to be a good support. What happens? Let's see. Yet I won't. If they if if this particular zone ka 50% range has been broken, I'll just try my best to do some risk management. I'll square off some of my position, and in A10 region, my stop loss region, if it is hit, I'll take it. It's gone, and my investment is yet there in the Infosys. Take it. Infosys, let me go for crypto. It's been a long time that I have analyzed Wipro. In Wipro, we can see that Wipro formed the breakout also happened with good amount of volumes and a wide range candle. Okay. plot a rectangle first. I don't know. Some people name this strategy as Davis box. I haven't learned about Davis box, so I really don't know what. I just put a rectangle or, and believe me, if believe me, guys, markets won't move according to your trend lines or your support resistance line or your plotted volume profile or your plotted RSI, RS or your plotted rectangles. Markets won't move according to your plotted drawings, guys. You're not an artist. Like if you are just painting something, you are just doing something on the charts, you are just plotting a line. Markets won't move according to that. Markets will move on itself. That's why it's called efficient market hypothesis, guys. Yeah, there's a whole hypothesis, there's a whole study in markets, guys. Psychology behind markets, the behavioral finance, that there's a whole different branch of study behind the markets. It's behavioral finance, efficient market hypothesis. Guys, markets move on its own. Market has a whole market has its whole dynamic of demand and supply. Always know this, guys. Okay? So Nifty almost gave a breakout, yet the closing is outside this box. So this can be considered as a good breakout. Let's see what happens in the Monday session. Okay? Wipro is in my list, and yet in this also we can see that there was a stage structure somewhere here, and it's continuing its upward momentum. And both ARS and SRS have started outperforming, and the 50 TMA to the price was moving between this near this price was hindering between this 50 DMA regions, and now the 50 DMA acted as a great support in this particular region, and the price is moving above the 50 DMA region. I particularly prefer that. Markets. My way of trading markets is when the market is above or the stock is above 50 DMA. For me, that's good. Okay? And it's below the 50 DMA. Clearly I start doing my risk management. Okay? I won't say I square off all the positions 100%. No, I don't do that. There's a whole different segment of things behind my positioning. Okay? I'll try my best to cover make a series on that particular topic of risk management, and I'll show you how I do that. So one, I was analyzing Asian Paints, although there's no sector other whole given sector to the Nifty or to the paints. I don't know. It can be in, I guess it can be in something like FMCG. I don't know in which sector is this. So Asian Paints was moving inside this zone. There was a good transition. The breakout happened with a wide range candle, relatively higher volumes, not that higher, something like this. Relatively higher volumes. The breakout happened, and right now still it is again right now consolidating. The this particular candle has a good amount of relative volumes. Okay. In volume profile also we can see that the Asian Paints moved away from the high volume node, and right now it's inside the trending low volume node region. Okay? And actually this particular high volume node region was also the PSC. This particular red line is POC, so it has moved away from the POC region as well. Okay? So I have plotted some sort of stage structure. This same stage structure can be okay. This same stage structure can be plotted here. So the Ratio chart is moving in a higher low. That means it is outperforming the Nifty, and it has broke this zero line too. SRS and ARS have started outperforming. Okay. So Asian Paints is in my good books. So what was the analysis? I guess I did just had a name in my mind and yeah. So overall, the paint sector is doing great. Paint and cement sector from past 2 weeks, paint and cement sectors were also doing great. Okay, Lupin. I was analyzing Lupin. Lupin, let me show you some good things in Lupin. So Lupin in daily charts, we can see that are moving in. Lupin is kind of moving in right now. Something sort of a directionless move. Yet this particular zone has been breached. Oh yes, this kind of has been tested, not been breached. Okay, so it's moving something sort of in this region. But if I open the weekly chart, I'll show you what I have observed. Okay, this is whole study of Wyckoff I have done in this. I'll try my best to cover a two-part series for Wyckoff analysis to cover accumulation and distribution. This is a this is nothing but a stage structure. So these are the points that I have plotted, and my points can be wrong too. Yeah, no worries. So right now, in my opinion, the LPS, the last point of support, is being held very strongly. This is the particular last point of support, and right now the Lupin is in this SOS region. SOS is nothing but sign of strength. Okay. It's in this particular SOS region, and let me explain you briefly in a stage structure way. So Lupin was in this stage 3, it moved in the stage 4, that is downtrending move. It is right now in a stage 1 region, that means accumulation region, where institutional players are accumulating right now. Okay, and this is a stage 1 region, and it has a good probability that Lupin can break out from this SOS region, and it can move in the uh, stage 2 region. Okay, that is uptrend. Okay, and this can actually also can be seen as a reaccumulation, as I showed you in my previous photo on the Telegram. This can be a reaccumulation region, and so as per the state structure, I have explained you like this. So this although Lupin is in my investment portfolio since like 750 regions, but I will add on some more. I will certainly add on some more positions in Lupin too. I won't say in which price, because that will be a call, and that will be call or advisory. So I don't want SEBI scrutiny on me. Yeah. Although for small scale compared to huh. Okay, Lupin was in the pharma sector, bio. So if you also see that the metal sector stocks were having a good vertical takeoff uh, movements. Biocon, if you want to learn about weekly charts, guys, do go through Standard Instance book. It's really great. For weekly chart people, for weekly chart people, for long time traders, I do use weekly chart. I have learned about everything about weekly chart from that book, and I am really blessed to have come through this book, guys. I'm really blessed, and thanks to David Trent sir, I'm really blessed because of it. So market has retraced. The drop was happened with good amount of volumes, yet the tail was very big, clearly evident tail, and the region, this particular region is with tail only. You can see that there are tails accumulating here, and volumes drop also. Volumes in this particular region has dropped too. It's kind of a dry volume region, I should say. So I can say that if this particular gap region has been broke, if this particular gap region or even this particular stage region has been broke, I can surely try to go for a entry. Okay, Biocon is in my opinion, and there should be a clearly higher amount of volumes in it. Okay. So right now the ratio chart is consolidating, and the Biocon is in ARS. It is moving near the uh, zero regions and clearly underperforming in SRS region. Look at Tata Consumer. Nifty consumption is also doing great, but still, still, I don't. I'm not that. Nifty consumption is not in my preference. Yet I'll try to analyze this particular. Okay, as we can see that this was a clear, good momentum, good higher high, higher low momentum. Okay, this particular swing high was broken, and okay, let me check. So this was a doji sort of candle. Was a great indecision, and this indecision was made with a higher amount of volumes. So this particular candle also had a wide range candle with good amount of tail inside it, and also the relative volumes are high. Yeah, both in both case outperform. I'll try also guys go through something like delivery volumes. I'll try my best to brief. I'll try my best to cover about delivery volumes in next week in my next videos. Sorry guys, I am wrong. I was wrong. I guess Tata Consumer is also of FMCG sector. In Imami, we can see there is a breakout. There is a good breakout. Yes, breakout was happened with wide range candle. Let me plot one horizontal line. Okay, breakout happened with relatively good amount of volume. Here, the volumes of this particular had good amounts. Still, we can see that there is an anomaly because this is a low range candle and the volumes are very high. Yet we can see that there can be buyers inside this. Okay. Breakout happened with good amount of volumes. Let me check. Or let me also check. Let me take the one from this in position two. This one position. I guess you see region with so. Okay. So in volume profile two, the Imami has broke out in Imami is right now inside the lower volume node region, and it has sustained the higher volume node, that is the POC region also. So it is a breakout from high volume node to or a POC to low volume node, or a high volume node to uh, low volume node. Imami is clearly outperforming in both SRS and ARS, and clearly outperforming in the ratio chart. So I hope you guys find this session very useful, and thank you for listening.